Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show tonight, and we have Andrew, and we're still waiting for your host having a meal.
Oh, I'm MrPictovid?
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing.
Oh, okay. I'll just check it.
So, welcome to the Large Scale Live, and we are so excited tonight. We have a special guest, but before we begin, I would like to introduce everybody who's in the chat tonight, and I see it's been rolling quite along here. So we have Columbus Garden Railway Society, Cody Reisinger, Canadian Railroads, Daniel Peck, and let's see, John Simkovich, and then we'll keep on scrolling here. Cody Reisinger, Stay Loaded, Dunbar, Kyle Kuiper, Mikey 45013. Let's see who else. I'm trying not to miss anybody, so stay with me here. And scrolling down. Wow, you guys been talking a lot. Nika Corbo and Mike. I'm not sure. We'll say Mike T. Hello, everybody. And then Joseph Lipinski. Steve Junkst. Hello, Steve. Darren Warren. Krista Dempsey. Happy Valley Hobbies. All right. We got quite a few new people today at the show. And Paul Torrey's G-Scale Trains. And I believe that is it. Did I miss anybody?
I think you said John's last name wrong again, though.
So let me see what he's writing here. Is Simco, all right, help me out. How you say it?
I believe it's Simkovich, but I could be wrong.
Simkovich. Oh, okay.
Simkovich, is that right, John? We're gonna get this right, darn it.
I mean, no disrespect. I just don't know how to say it right. It took a Charlie Zimmerman coming on and explaining how to say Kyle Kuiper's name. But I'm too excited. We gotta bring up our guest tonight.
We got it right though with Simkovich.
Yeah.
So remember that, Sean. Put that in your memory banks.
Yeah, that'll be wrecked by next show.
All right. So we have a great guest for everybody tonight. We have David Bergmann from Split Jaw Products, and I think he's super excited to be here tonight. So we'll get him up here.
Hello.
Welcome aboard, David.
Hello. Hey guys, how are you?
Pretty good. We're really excited to have you tonight.
Well, yeah.
Thank you for being a guest on our show. We're really happy to have you.
Well, you're welcome. It's an honor and a privilege for me. It's a lot of fun. Welcome to Split Jaw Central. Yeah.
Okay, and then so we always like to kick off the show with questions. I'm sure you watched our show. So our first question is, what is your background in your manufacturing? So that's one of the questions that we have for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've been in manufacturing for 32 years, and go back. So I go back a ways, and I've been in. I've had my own manufacturing company for 22 of those 32 years, and.
Wow.
But I've been a model railroader for longer than I've been in manufacturing. Okay. Yeah, and I'm an engineer, so if I don't speak in complete sentences, you know the joke about engineers, right?
And the Columbus Garden Railway Society says sweet crock running in the back.
Well, tell them thank you for noticing. Those are brand new. Those are I just set those rollers up, and so just tell everyone it's Sean's job tonight. If the train falls off the rollers and starts taking off, I mean, someone's got to tell me what's going on back there.
But one of us have to make sure Sean doesn't fall off the rollers, you know.
Yeah. So, how did you get started as Mr. Splitjaw? Did you buy the original company?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll keep it a short story. Okay. So basically, if I haven't been in G scale that long. Okay. So it's only been about 3 years. But one of the first things I noticed in G scale was I opened this magazine and I'm looking around at it, and I saw that this Splitjaw company was up for sale because the original Splitjaw people had advertised it, and I was one, I guess, of a long list of people who expressed interest in the company. And so, yeah, from that to now is kind of almost a 2.5 year saga. Basically the owners didn't want to carry on. I think they wanted to retire, and they closed the company down. I wanted to buy it. They closed the company down. Nice people, but I just had noticed they closed it down, and so I assumed it was dead and forgot about it for well over a year. And then about a year after, year and a half, I just said, well, what's going on with that? To make it short, they had closed the company and liquidated the company and filed in their state that it was a dead company. So I ended up buying their domain name from them, and all the rest of it I had to start from scratch.
Oh wow! Okay.
I'm surprised it kind of sat stagnant like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But it is what it is, and I respect them. Sometimes you just want to retire and quit, right?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it completely. No judgment on my side.
No judgment.
So, what is the biggest challenge you have faced since you restarted the product line?
I would say, starting from scratch, I didn't have any of the designs or tooling or anything like that, because that was all long gone. So the way I started the product line was buying these things off of eBay and sitting down with my engineer here, because I have a day job. This place around me is my day job, and basically, deciding how we were going to approach manufacturing it. And so in every case, we tried to see, well, let's see, can we make it a little better, or to do it a little different. So that was daunting, right? And then the other thing that's been a little bit of a surprise for me is I had no knowledge of how many of these people wanted. Okay, so I opened the doors in May, went to the the Nashville show in June, and I probably had a few hundred split jaw clamps that I brought to the show. They all sold. And from that point until about a couple weeks ago, I've been behind keeping up with the demand. But we have just finally caught up.
Feast or famine, it's never in between.
Yeah, that's true.
I had no idea what people wanted, so I didn't know how many to make or plan for.
Right. Yeah, that's understandable.
Thank you.
Where are the split jaws made, and can you tell us anything about the manufacturing process?
They're made where I spend most of my time in Florida, so that's our official headquarters. But I do go back and forth to the facility here in Georgia, and that's where most of the manufacturing happens. Here in Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. And as a matter of fact, Sean, I have a video. It could be our first video, Andrew.
Oh, okay.
if it's time.
All right.
And I'll
It's
show
always time for a video.
Yeah, okay. So you guys will bear with me. What I'm going to show you is a video I made out on our factory floor. It's going to be loud. It's going to be a lot of background noise. But if you can hear me and narrate in the video, then you'll see what happens. And then after, we can always ask questions. Okay. So let's see. All right. So I gotta share a screen. All right. All right. And here we go. Okay, here it goes. All right, we're going to try that again.
Yeah.
Let's try that again. All right, everybody, I'm going to show you how split jaw rail clamps are made. You are looking at what's called a bar feeder. A bar feeder feeds 12-foot long sections of bar into the next machine, which is a CNC turning machine. Principle of the bar loader is pretty simple. It's got bars staged up here. In this case, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bars being staged, and you can't see it, but there's a bar down there being worked on. So the one is the work piece, and the rest is staged for automatic loading of once the one is out. These bars are long to allow the machine to run as efficiently as possible. Now we bring it up to where the action is, and here is the action. These machines are different from normal lathes because here the bar itself is turning and the cutting is being moved to the piece. So here you see the cutting piece. It's pulling out a piece. It's doing the final work. It's about to drop a finished piece down. This happens about every 2 minutes. Let's see if it'll do it. We'll hear a little noise. I think I just heard it. Okay. So next, it's gonna drop the piece, and it goes into this little conveyor. And here's the conveyor, and here's about the last 2 minutes worth of work. Here's a piece coming down the conveyor, and there comes another piece. So you notice a lot of oil everywhere. Here's the last few minutes worth of work. The cutting oil is spraying because the machine is cutting at very high RPMs, up to 10,000 RPM, which is a lot higher than most lathes turn. And so oil is necessary to keep things cool. Obviously, you don't want things catching fire. All right. And yeah, we saw a piece drop, and here's about the last hour or so with production. The oil is draining off. And this is the long piece for the stainless steel code 332 split jaw rail clamp. The stainless steel code 332 split jaw rail clamp. This is how they're made. Thank you very much.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
I see we have someone that knows something else about machining in the chat. Columbus Garden Railway Society wanted to know if that was a HAAS machine.
No. No. Yeah. But that was tell them that's a very good guess. Very good guess. Yeah. Yeah. You can tell I'm not going to quit my day job and become a professional announcer.
The Columbus Garden Railway also asked if you're experiencing supply line issues like the rest of the manufacturing in the U.S.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured you must be, because I know it's affecting everybody all over. No one's immune from it.
Yeah.
And then Daniel was asking, are you going to be making the rail stops?
Rail stops? Oh, the ones that clip onto the rails?
Yes. Hi, Daniel. How you doing?
Daniel, we don't know who he is. We've
Yeah.
never met him before. No, I'm
Yeah.
just-
Tell Daniel that. Well, you can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had hoped to be shipping those this month, but we're a little behind schedule because of things beyond our control going on in the world, and but it's probably 2 to 4 weeks out at the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Did
what-
we have another person that was on? Well, I think I know the answer to the question, but looks like Vernon G was asking if you're expanding the split jaw line, but obviously yes.
Hey,
We've seen.
Vernon. Hi, Vernon. I don't know who you are? That's I think that's Vernon of Reindeer Pass.
Vernon Guest.
Yeah, Vernon Guess. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's Vernon Guess. Vernon, that's a solid maybe.
Alrighty. So the next question is, what do or don't advice would you pass along to rail clamp customers choosing over the overjoiner type versus the direct to rail clamp?
All right. Well, good question. Okay. What I'm going to say here is mostly passing along the advice of other people who have more experience than I do, because I've been in G scale for only about 3 years, and my layout, I didn't build it. It was built by Dave Bennett at Train Installations. Hopefully Dave's on by now, but there's a lot that's been written and it's out there about, one versus the other. So I'll say this, okay. A split jaw rail clamp is an upgrade, right? You buy a piece of track, an LGB piece of track or whatever, USA Trains, and they come with a very nice rail joiner, very nice. And it keeps the track aligned, but, over time, depending on how much, how wear and tear the track has, those things will come loose. So that's how I learned about split jaw myself. I went years ago and I bought a little LGB set for me and my son, who's a toddler at the time. And the guy at the hobby shop says, you want these split jaw clamps, otherwise they'll make your life easier, he said. So I took his word for it and I paid the extra money. And so split jaw rail clamps are an upgrade. The difference, okay, so it's the difference between over the joiner and direct to rail. I would say if you have track power. So there's two different answers depending on if you're track power or if you're not track power, or if you have lots of feeder wires or you don't have any feeder wire, maybe just one or two. If you're worried about electrical conductivity, the direct to rail is the best. Okay, what it's going to do, because it's going to make contact directly with the rail. As long as you clean your rails first and you put our split jaw rail clamp on there, it's not going to let dirt and corrosion get in between the joint, the connection between the rail and the rail clamp, and that'll help your electrical conductivity down the circuit. Now, that's one answer. The other answer is a lot of people are using split jaw rail clamps for their mechanical function, right? Which is to keep the rails aligned like rock solid, right? And so you can step on them and Mother Nature can do its thing. And for that, there's every reason that you could just use the over the joiner type, and there's also other reasons to use over joiner, like convenience, or if you're existing LGB sliders or USA Trains or whoever, if they're kind of rusted on, not rusted on, but stuck on, go ahead and put on some over. We sell about a 2-to-1 ratio of direct to over the joiner. That's what the customers are saying.
And Mikey 45013 asked, "Are you going to make the car loading ramps again?"
Mm.
Yeah, he says he has two, and know people that always ask who makes it.
Yeah, I have one myself. I love them.
I'm going to give a yes, a tentative yes on that one.
Okay.
Okay, and here's why. So we're a metal machining house primarily, and all the split jaw stuff that has plastic involved, I don't machine that plastic, right? Because when you're a machinist and you cut plastic, it makes little plastic chips and it gets in with your metal, and that contaminates it and ruins the recycling value. So, machinists everyone who's a machinist on this show will know it's kind of a bad deal to mix plastic in with your metal. That said, I'm interested in doing those, and we have one machine that's kind of good for doing whatever material we throw at it, and we are planning to try that sometime in the first half of this year.
Sorry about that.
Is that a fire alarm?
Hang on while Sean takes a
Yeah. You gotta understand that sometimes being a diesel mechanic, stuff gets sent to my phone. Usually it's never this late at night. But at any rate, so John's saying, go for it. If you make it, they will sell.
Well, thank you, John. I appreciate it. That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear.
Joseph is asking, will split jaw make the ReRailers and walk-on crossings?
I get asked that a lot, Joseph, and right now the answer is no. There's just a little too much in plastic and PVC involved, and that's not really our core.
It's understandable.
The ReRailers are different, but those things for now we're gonna kind of put that on the shelf.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question is what about rail clamp materials? You offer only brass and stainless, but the original split jaw also offered aluminum.
Oh, they did? They made aluminum ones? I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they did. Well, so this whole thing is just like 7 months old, right? So this is all fresh. I've just had to think about this, right? And I think one of the things I wanted to do was keep the product line healthy, is to limit the complexity as much as I could. And one of the decisions I made was that brass is good for all the brass people. Stainless steel is good for all the stainless steel people. But there's also nickel, silver, and which I use at home, and there's aluminum. And I made the decision, and there's some engineering behind it. The stainless steel rail clamps will work just fine for nickel, silver, because they're both very corrosion resistant.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's a little difference cosmetically to the aluminum, but we're hoping that the aluminum people will buy the stainless steel, and it has some of the same advantages, corrosion resistance and some of the other things. So for that reason, just to keep the manufacturing complexity down and keep the inventory and service levels as high as we can, we're just going to do stainless and brass.
Okay, and NSNJ Railfan is asking, are you going to make the lift-up bridge clamps? They were very popular. All right.
NSNJ, they are. I'm not trying to make this a commercial, but yes, they're for sale. They're one of our best sellers. And not only that, we do them in code 332. Just now, and this is just recent, like days ago. If I may, can I?
Sure.
Can I show this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try something here, guys. Bear with me.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna switch cameras. Okay. So here is the do this right. Okay, here is the code 332 lift out drop-in lift out clamp. And what it does, if you're not familiar with these, it lets you drop in a section of rail, and what this thing will do is it will catch it. Okay, it will catch the rail on the fat end. It'll catch the rail on this end and true it up with the rail on this end.
Oh,
so it's really a clever little thing. We did make a couple of little changes to it. Okay, all right. So the camera's in focus, and there's a left and a right. And the way it works is you have a fixed end. Okay, so this is the fixed end. The little end catches the rail in here and holds it stationary. Okay, and then on this end, the rail drops in, and I don't know if I think you can see it. There's a little set screw here, and what the set screw does, the set screw has a little ball on there, so it makes a detent, right? So the rail will just click into place. You drop it down. We use these for our drawbridge, and you can use them for stationary bridges that you just lift in and out. And you adjust this set screw, because things move around. And you do it when you get that set screw just right, it clicks in there like magic.
wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's not like a spring-loaded ball or anything, right? It's just a solid.
Oh, it is spring-loaded.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spring-loaded? Okay.
Yep. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is a brand new deal. Okay. This is code 3. Let me get the angle right. So this is code 332, and now this is code 250. This is brand new, never been done. This is a code 250. Here, code 250 drop-in lift-out clamp.
Wow.
And as you're showing that, Joseph is asking, will you make that in stainless? The
No.
code 250.
No. Tell Joseph these things are hard enough to make in brass.
Yeah,
but,
stainless can be a little bit tricky at times.
Yeah, stainless is harder to machine. But Joseph, if you're worried about, I'm guessing you're worried about corrosion resistance. We do offer a solution to that if you're interested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which kind of leads me into another new product. Do you want to hear about it?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can't see it, but I'm on the edge of my seat.
All right. There's no drum rolls or anything like that. Yeah. Okay. After this, we need to do a prize giveaway, I think.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. All right. So here is, ta-da-da. This is our secret sauce. If it comes into focus, this is split jaw Electro grease.
Wow.
What Electro grease is, it's a non-toxic, non-hazardous grease. And what it does is you put it around, you put it on your metal piece, and it acts as a oxidation and corrosion barrier, but it's conductive grease, so it still conducts electricity. And this stuff is really cool, right? It's hard when you put it on, and then once it reaches room temperature, or outdoors, it just kind of propagates all over the surface. So if you dab it a few times on the surface of your brass drop-in lift-out clamp, it's gonna coat, and it's gonna provide a nice barrier to corrosion, which I think is what was concerned there. And this is what the pros use in electronics. They don't use stainless for connectors, and they use the highly conductive stuff, and they just slather a little conductive grease on there.
John is asking, is that similar to diatonic grease?
I don't know what diatonic grease is, but probably similar.
Dielectric grease, maybe?
Oh, dielectric. Yes, dielectric. Yeah, tell them yes.
All right.
Yeah. Our formula is probably different. You know, ours, we wanted it to be non-toxic. It was very important. I wouldn't put it on my hamburger, but it's safe.
Yes, let's throw that disclaimer in there. It is not consumable, edible.
Yeah, where's the disclaimer going across the bottom here? So do you guys want to give something away?
What do you think, Andrew?
Sure thing.
Yeah, why not? So
Do I pick?
Yeah, you get to pick it.
All right, let's start off with the staple split jaw screwdriver. This is the split jaw screwdriver. It fits our drivers, and it's I don't know if you can see, it's got split jaw, laser engraved all along there, and so if you throw it in your toolbox, you know what it's for. So we'll give away one of those. Free shipping.
All right.
And what we'll do here, everybody, is, let's see. So I'll put a banner at the bottom here. But if you would like to enter to win that, you just need to type #railclamp in the chat.
And make sure you type it exactly how you see it on there, or else the auto generator won't pick it up.
So I don't know. What do you think? Let that go for about 5-10 minutes or so to let people get their entries in?
Yeah, we'll let it go for a couple minutes, and maybe we'll ask another question, and then do it after the next question.
Okay.
All right. So how do expansion sections work, and why are they needed?
Wow.
Why are they needed?
Why are they needed?
It's probably the same reason I have an elastic band in my jeans.
Why are they needed? All right. I'm gonna answer that question first with a photograph, if I may.
Sure.
All right. Give me a second. You guys are going to love this one.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm excited already.
All right. Share.
Let's see. I got to add that up here.
Oh, that looks like
where'd it go now? Hang on, I'll figure this out. Where'd it go?
There we go. Hey, that looks like something Penn Central built.
Oh, come on, that track's clearly level.
Okay. So the story is that that's my backyard, and that's, I think, the first cold morning, me with my brand new layout.
Oh man.
Yeah. So so that was a shocker, right? You know, just to see that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's code 250 nickel silver, you know, but basically, so my layout is elevated, and it's on recycled PVC, and unlike a layout that's on the ground, the recycled PVC moves. Okay, so you got tracks on the ground doesn't move, the tracks move, but mine, they both move, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, so when it gets cold, when it gets hot, the PVC expands faster than the metal, I learned. And when it gets cold, the PVC shrinks faster than the metal. And look at that. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stop sharing now. Yeah. So okay. So the reason you need expansion joints is not everyone needs them. All right. You know, some people have, like, you know, perfect climate, and they have, you know, just the right combination of curves and straights, and you know, a certain float to their track, and you know, they never need it. And then there's the rest of us, like that picture.
And Joseph is asking, will the expansion sections be made in code 250 stainless?
Ooh, good question. Before I get to that, can I just talk a little bit about the actual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
All
you
right.
made you made some changes to it, didn't you, David?
Yeah, I did. So let me try to cut over to my other camera here, and if this works, then I'll show you what we did. Okay, so here's the I guess let's call this the legacy expansion joint, and it was pretty clever, but one of the things was it was is made from a solid piece of plastic. Okay, and so in between the rails was just more plastic, right? But what it did was good, right? Because when your rails grew or your track shrunk, these things move aside. One of the things that they did, which is it was nice. Remember, these are gaps, and so if you're a track power person, you got a break in your electrical circuit here. So what they did was they have this little copper piece here. I'm not sure you're catching it. Yeah, there you go, brass piece, and it's the rail's touching that, and so it's making a circuit there. So we looked at it and we said, okay, how do we make that better? It's nice, but how do we make it better? So here's ours. I'll go ahead and open this. Ours is a little different. So ours has ties. You see the ties are open, and they're matched exactly to LGB size, so they'll fit just right. The spacing and the height and everything is just like LGB. And what we did was, we still have that action, right, where it'll slide, right, and it'll expand, and there's quite a bit of travel there. So you can set it just whatever you need. But we were worried that if we use that same little brass trick to conduct the electricity across the gap, that wouldn't be reliable, and that dirt and crud would fall in there. So what we do is we provide these little jumpers. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, you can see them now.
Oh,
so
okay.
we provide these jumpers, right, at all four corners. And then we can't do this in the code 250, but in code 332, we provide a little channel here. So you can put a wire, slide it into that channel, and connect it here on the other side. All right. You
Nice.
do that, and you got what we think is a more reliable electrical bridge across the gap in the rail. And this one happens to be stainless steel all the way, stainless steel rails and stainless steel rail clamps. Now,
I like how you cleared out the ties on that too. The original one was a solid piece, wasn't it?
Thank you. We use we have a bank of 3D printers here. These guys, they take almost 10 hours to 3D print. So we have 2 or 3 of them going at once.
That's 3D printed. Okay, I thought you were actually like machining plastic out. That's nice.
Now, remember I said I hate machining plastic.
Yeah, I do remember that. And that's why I was thinking about like cutting all that plastic out, but
No,
that makes a lot of sense now.
yeah, we have this is one of our tricks. Yeah.
I see someone was asking already, David. They're wanting to know what crimp tool works on those connectors that are on there for the wire.
You can use. Am I still sharing?
Yeah.
Oh, am I still on that other camera here?
You're still on the other camera, yeah.
All right. So let me go back to the other camera. Okay. You can use. You can solder it if you want. You can use just a basic pair of pliers, and for one time it'll crimp really well. You put it in there, peel up, strip back about a 1/4 inch of wire, and feed it in there, and just crimp it, and it'll be pretty strong. And then if you're a perfectionist, there are crimping tools out there that I don't use them. I mean, there are special crimping tools, and I don't use them. The crimping tools, I think, are a little bit better if you like stranded wire. But the crimping tool you can get anywhere, Home Depot.
Yeah. And John says he's going to buy a tube of that grease from you, and he's glad that Split Jaw's back.
Well, thank you, John. I appreciate it. How about we make one of those grease things one of our later giveaways later tonight?
And
Yeah.
speaking
All
of
right.
that,
That sounds
speaking
good.
of that, we should probably go ahead and do a drawing for the first one here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do our first drawing.
So let's see here. Let me share this so that everybody can see it. Okay. All right, Sean. So you need to make the call. Is Nico going to get robbed again tonight?
Yeah, he got robbed. Yeah.
So we'll go ahead. Looks like we got 27 people that entered in. And we're going to go ahead and do it now.
All righty. Ah.
That's Emil. No way. Hi, Emil. This is totally random, but Emil's is in my home chapter, my North Georgia Garden Railway Club.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
he does a newsletter. Good guy. Hi, Emil.
So I'm assuming Emil knows how to get a hold of you, but David at railclamp.com is who you want to email to claim your prize.
David at railclamp.com.
Sweet.
Yes, very, very nice. And congratulations.
Yeah.
All righty. Moving on to our next question for track power.
Sean, sorry, I don't think I answered the last one all the way.
You're right. Go ahead.
We're doing we do an expansion joint for code 250. We use nickel silver rail and stainless rail clamps. Okay, because I use what's available, and it matches pretty well, and that's actually what I use at home.
All right. Thanks for answering that question. I forgot all about it, actually. And for track power, what are some of the solutions you have?
Track power. All right. Give me a minute here to gather all our stuff. So so split jaw helps with track power. I mean, it's for mechanical rail alignment, but it's really, I think, extra helpful for track power. So I'm going to start with these guys. Let me switch over to my little camera. Aha. All right. This is what we call, if I can hold this up right there. This is the split jaw Lugzilla. We call it a Lugzilla.
I like it.
Thank you. All right. It's a Lugzilla because this thing's rated for 600 volts.
Wow.
Please don't put 600 volts through your model trains unless you're a firebug. But these things, it's basically what we've done is I'm sorry, they're in a bag here, but we've just connected this 600 volt rated power connector to a direct to rail rail clamp, and it's got the instructions are on the back here in this fine print. Tells you how to use it. Oh, sorry, upside down. Ta-da! This tells you what to do. Tells you what type of wire we recommend. All the details are there. You might need your reading glasses, but then you have it's hard to see here, but you have a screw down connector, so you can connect and disconnect as much as you want. So this is our heavy duty solution. And just an interesting fun fact. I hope that Mark won't mind. But Mark at Bridgeworks, who makes the transformers, is going to include a set of those Lugzillas with his big transformers. So those big transformers are awesome.
Great.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah, I like the Bridgeworks transformers too. I think they're a great.
They're pretty rock solid.
Yeah, made in the U.S. and good quality.
Really Someone's asking 600 volts, but what amperage?
Tell them I don't know.
We don't know. We probably don't want to know.
Yeah. And now that's a good question. Whoever did that, whoever asked that, is in the same field I am. So
yeah, that's Happy Valley Hobbies asked that.
Yeah, smart. I'm pretty sure it's in the same realm as it'll handle the 20 amp 24 volt power range, no problem. Here's something we call a light duty power connector. The idea here, this is the crimp. I showed this before. We include 2 pairs of these with the expansion joints, the expansion sections I showed you before. So this is a crimp on. Optionally, you can solder if you like. That's no problem. But what these guys give you is not quite as robust a power connection, but they're also not as big, and a lot of people like these. Now, what I use them for on my layout is a lot of times I'll instead of bringing the power to the track, I'll use these guys to take the power off the track to light a building or a signal or something. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I'm not lazy by nature, but maybe I am. I don't think I am. Maybe I am. Who knows?
We are a little bit,
But, I just find it's a lot easier to take the power off for as long as it's a light load, take the power off the rail. And when your trains are running, your buildings or your signals are lit. And then, when the power's off, the light's off. So, you may or may not want to use that, but I use these light powers for that. Then you got something that I was taught. This is a recent introduction, because I was told that we needed to make these like the light duty, but in a half length. And I want to thank Dave Bennett at Train Installations for explaining what these were for. So what Dave explained to me is that these will fit in between the ties. So most of our rail clamps happen along the rail section. But he likes to use these to bring power across the layout, like lots and lots of feeders. Okay. Or let's say you're trying to troubleshoot, you got a section of your layout where the voltage is dropping. These guys here, you can just slap them right on wherever you want. So they're half length. I don't know if you can tell, they're half length. So they're not to connect rail, but they're just to connect power. So that's 3 of them. Now, so the opposite of bringing power is blocking power, right? And these are our version of the insulation. And this was our design here. We wanted a big fat insulating gap, and these have washers here to tighten the screws. So they give you not as much mechanical clamping as solid brass, but pretty stout mechanical clamping. Plus, as long as your rails aren't touching each other, you get a real nice clean break in your electrical circuit. These are the insulating clamps.
Now,
go ahead.
I was going to say, I like how you have the plastic in between the split side of them, so that when you tighten them, they don't come together and make contact.
I guess if it made contact, that would be not what you want.
Yeah, because I've on the older ones, I'd always stick like a flat blade screwdriver in there to just kind of hold them apart as I snug the screws so they wouldn't like tip and touch each other.
Yeah. The a couple of people were asking, what's the insulators made out of? Is it rubber or plastic?
It's a plastic with a low fiberglass content to make it durable and outdoor high temperatures. It's rated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
And Bill Lynch is asking pricing. Now, is that through, do you sell them or they have to go through a hobby shop to buy your product?
Both. I mean, we have some distributors, and we have them up on our webpage. I can show you if you.
Sure.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me try to make that work. Can you see it?
Let's see. Yeah, let me move that around.
Okay.
There we go. That looks better.
All right. So, we are pretty new. We just opened our doors last May. I've got 4 really nice distributors, good folks. This is Vernon. Hi, Vernon. Reindeer Pass. That's Vernon. These distributors have been great to us, and they're trying to keep our product in stock. And then we also do sell direct, but we never sell any lower than our, not even close. So you want to work with these guys whenever you can. Okay.
And
manufacturers, they're distributors.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. And going back to the expansion track ties, Vincent Corbo was asking, what type of material are they being printed in? Is it resin or?
I can't remember. It's a fiberglass. It's a polymer with fiberglass content, but I can't remember the name of it right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. What is the drop-in lift-out clamp used for?
Well, I'll give you one example if you guys want.
Yeah.
Drawbridges. All right. I mean, a drawbridge opens and closes at one end, and I'll show you how that works. But then a lift-out bridge, imagine. Okay, so we all want the biggest layout possible. If you're inside, how many of us have tried to build the track across the doorway, and try to duck under?
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that.
I was gonna say real quick, David, because I know you said you wanted to do a couple of them. Did you want to put something up for the other giveaway, and then I can start collecting the hashtags on it while we're doing that?
Well, why not one of these drop-in lift-out clamp sets?
Like makes good sense to me.
Yeah, there you guys go. You guys keep asking for the lift-out clamps. We're going to give one away. So
there we go.
So we'll do the same thing again. Is just put hashtag rail clamp in the chat, and we'll start collecting the entries on it.
All right, you guys start. If you want that package, go ahead and type in hashtag rail clamp to enter to win that.
Okay.
Hey, before I do the drawbridge demonstration, I should knock on wood right now, but my crocodile is still up there. It hasn't driven off the roller stands yet.
Great.
Yeah. Now you have my eyes fixated on it. Now I'm worried.
Yeah,
about
me
it.
too.
Yeah, I know. Well, I forget who asked, but I'm fascinated by roller stands. I think they solve a problem, right? Because we can't always not everyone has a layout. First of all, not everyone's lucky enough to have a layout, and if you have a layout and it's outdoors, or it's under maintenance or whatever, a tree fell on it, whatever, and you bring home this engine that you love, you want to run it. And I think the roller clamps are awesome, because you could, you put it on your kitchen table and run your train, right? I'm sorry, I'm a train nut. That's why I'm in this.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
All right, so let me go back to the demonstration. I'm going to try to show. All right.
Ooh,
That's not too bad. Let me just try one more adjustment. Okay. Well, all right. What you're looking at is a split jaw drawbridge or lift bridge.
Wow.
Thank you. So there's three pieces to it. You got this piece, which I'm almost off camera here. This is the hinge piece. Okay, the hinge piece has the hinge, obviously, and then you got what we call the lifting section, and this is a single track. The lifting section is comes in 3 different lengths. We make them in 36-inch up to for the standard product. We go up to 40 inches, and we've done a custom one that was 42 inches. The little story there is I was at Nashville and I brought one of these. And it was only 36 inches. And someone said to me, well, that's great. But what if my dad's in a wheelchair, or if I'm outdoors and I got to push my lawnmower through? And so I felt guilty. And I said, okay, we got to make them longer. So we now make them longer. Let me see if I can. All right. So this is LGB track. And all of our design line bridges, they have a channel here, which the track sits in there. And a little drawbridge just opens. Boom, you're done. Let me show you.
That is nice.
I mean, that's it, right? I mean,
it stays balanced so it doesn't drop back down too.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, it's very well balanced. What is that made out of? Aluminum?
It's all channel stock aluminum, and mostly riveted together. There are some screws, but it's mostly riveted together. And it's a really nice design, if I may say so. It comes down, and your track joint here, you don't have to cut it at an angle. They can be squared off, and it just opens. Okay, that's part of the hinge design, and perfectly balanced. So people have asked me if you can motorize it. I say, if you want to, you can. And these are available in double track. Having a hard time keeping the double track in stock.
The Columbus Garden Railway Society asked, are you using pop rivets or solid rivets?
I believe they're pop rivets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
let me show you the other end. If I can get around here, try to. Tell you what I'll do. I'll move this. I'll reverse everything so you can see what's going on the other end. How's that working? Okay, so I told you there's a hinge piece, and this is the lifting section. This is what we call the landing piece. All right.
Okay.
And the landing piece is where the lifting section lands, and then you can see a pair of drop-in lift-out clamps. Drop-in lift-out clamps are right here. So obviously the thing is, and I can't show it too well because of the camera angle, but you just lower it, and it just pops right in there, and it's like magic. Okay, the rail's smooth, the seam is smooth, it just pops right in there.
That is very nice.
So that's what they're for. Thank you. Let me try to fix
Very
my
nice.
camera. Sorry for
How much does the bridge weigh?
8 pounds.
80 pounds?
No,
Eight.
eight.
Eight. Okay. And how much weight can the bridge withstand? Like, I don't know if you can step on it or.
But you don't have to step on it.
I mean, I know, but somebody's asking how much weight can the bridge hold?
Um, um, it's really well designed. It'll probably hold 80 to 100 pounds at the apex of the bridge. No problem.
Okay,
Nice.
very nice. All right. Did we want to do the giveaway?
I see Mikey was asking what kind of costs are on the bridges like that, David.
Yeah. Okay. I got to refer to my price list. Hang on,
You
Mike.
came prepared.
All right, they start on a single track 36-inch length at $535, and to go, that's a 36-inch opening section, and then to go to the max, which is 40-inch open section, you add, I think, $90, so that's $625.
That seems like a pretty decent price to me, though. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah,
seems like you did a nice job making those.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah. It looks great. I mean,
I appreciate it. And over my shoulder, you can see I've got single track drawbridges in 3 different lengths lined up.
Now,
Very
I
nice.
also see, is that like what I want to call it? It's like right above your head. Is it like a girder style bridge that you have behind you?
Oh, thank you for asking. 1 second. I love to show this. Okay, let me. What I'm going to show you guys. I'm really proud of these. This is the old Bridgeworks line of bridges. So people in the hobby will know that Bridgeworks was started by one family. They made the beautiful transformers and they made these bridges. Okay, and these they sold the bridge line to HR Trains down in Tampa, Florida, Tampa area, and HR Trains produced them for a few years, and then it kind of ran dry for them. I know them, because that's really where I live, is down there. And make a long story short, together we figured out a way to resurrect the Bridgeworks line. And what this baby is, I'm going to show you guys. I love this thing.
Oh wow, that's a double track.
Yeah.
Yeah. You spotted that. This
Wow.
one's a bit of a scratch and dent, but this is solid aluminum. This is solid aircraft aluminum. It's got hundreds and hundreds of real rivets. There's no,
Wow.
yeah. Okay, sorry, not real rivets, but real
Simulated?
rivet
Yeah.
protrusions. Excuse me. Yeah. And the detail goes inside. Okay, on these, you see these side walls? Yeah.
Yeah.
Focus. It goes underneath. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Look at the bridge feet. I mean, these things.
I like how the feet on the bridge swivel too.
Yes, that's so important. One of the biggest mistakes when you install a bridge, people think that the bridge has to be fixed in place. It's the biggest mistake you can make. If you're a civil engineer, you know this, but bridges need to float and move, and that's why these. I can't reach it. That's why the feet have pivot points, right? Because yeah, you're right, Columbus. Yeah, I meant to say they're rivet shaped metal. But anyway, yeah, don't put any of our ridges in and fasten them down, like, because what Mother Nature will get the better of you. You need to allow for expansion. Thank you, Mikey. So anyway, there's these guys, okay, and I'm really proud to bring these back. I don't make them; they're made for me for split jaw, and I really have a special announcement to make tonight.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
If I can have a second.
sure thing.
This. It's going to have to wait.
Okay.
All right. No problem.
Wait, I'm missing something here.
Well, while you're doing that, we could go ahead and
Do the drawing.
for the giveaway and do the drawing on that. So let me throw that up there while you're sort out this arrangement again. There we go. All right. So let's see who's going to win the giveaway this time.
Oh.
Blazer Sport 4x4.
All right.
So you're just going to want to email David at david@railclamp.com with your info on that, and remind me, we were doing what the bridge, was it the bridge clamps?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what this one was for?
The first giveaway was a screwdriver, and the second giveaway was drop-in lift-out clamps. So
Okay,
yeah,
wonderful.
I guess if we forget it, we can just replay this show and remember.
Well, that's why I asked, because I figure if we forget, we can come right to this spot and we know what it was.
Yeah.
On that bridge you were just showing off, the girder bridge, Dennis was asking, do you offer to powder coat the bridges?
Dennis, you do not want to powder coat that bridge. It's put together by there's automotive adhesive tape, which is very powerful. It's used, to repair cars. But in powder coating, it sees temperatures up around 700 degrees or something. The temperatures in powder coating are too high. You never want to powder coat one of those bridges. You can powder coat all the design line bridges, but you never want to powder coat a Bridgeworks bridge. It says so on the website. Good question.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good question.
It'll break your heart, so don't do it.
Don't do it, he says.
We don't need broken hearts.
Right. So speaking of the design line, what is the difference between the design line bridges and the Bridgeworks bridges?
All right. Well, materials and design is the base thing. So the Bridgeworks bridges are made, with a lot of hand fabricated pieces where they've embossed. That was the word I was looking for before. They've embossed those rivets in. They haven't put the rivets in. Okay, they're embossed rivets, and they've fabricated all kinds of little angle pieces and joints and so forth, and put those bridges by hand. And unfortunately, the price reflects that. So the Bridgeworks are handcrafted and put together by a combination of rivets and adhesive.
Okay.
Okay.
Now the design line is put together mostly by channel stock, and I can show you guys an example.
Sure.
All right, so here's a design line bridge. This is a bowstring bridge.
It's even got the walkways. Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
that's nice.
Yeah, thank you. So this is all channel stock. Okay, so it's aluminum channel stock. It's a C profile. If you're a metal nut, you see on the end, you see the profiles. Some of them are square, some of them are C, some of them are L's. Okay, so that helps keep the price down. Keeping the price down is these design line bridges cost less. So they're put together, very strong. They have a channel. I showed you before how the channel down the middle will hold the track, so you can pull the track out and set it in place. And then this is a fixed bridge, right? It's not a drawbridge. You can also, there's channels for these walkways. So we sell the walkways as an add-on. Here, let me see if I can tilt it sideways without dropping it. And you can see the channel in the middle is for the track, and then there's channels on the edge for the optional walkways if you like that.
Wow.
So I like the look of the walkways myself.
So do I.
Yeah, that it definitely adds to it. That's for sure.
Thanks. When Dave Bennett built my layout, he used some steel bridges, and I just put these walkways on my steel bridges, just to dress them up a little bit. And we'll be selling the walkways separately soon. For now, it's an option with the bridge.
And I'm looking at the uprights on that bridge. It looks like they're bolted in with little small bolts.
Rivets.
Rivets? Okay.
Yeah.
It was hard to tell.
If I get it close enough, I think you can see rivets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe those are pop rivets. Whoever asked. So yeah,
Right.
that's a design line bridge. Okay, think channel stock, lower price point.
Okay.
No rivets. No rivet detail and all that. Nice stuff. But they still look great. And the design line ones could be powder coated if you want.
Okay.
And here's another one. This is a Pratt truss.
Wow.
And this is a good deal. You see that on the end. See how it uses channel stock. You got square stock. You got C channel square stock, and
that looks more than high enough for the intermodal USA cars too.
I have the vertical clearance on the website. I want to say it's 11 or 12 inches.
Okay.
Yeah. So and these also you can add optional walkways if you like them. Now here's the announcement. I couldn't find a picture, but the design line has a Pratt truss, okay? And in the bridge works, we're about to come up with the Pratt truss. Gorgeous, bigger than this, huge, gorgeous. That'll be out end of February.
All right.
Yeah, that's just right around the corner.
I know. They're almost ready. 53 inches long. 53 inches long, single track, double track. Unfortunately, they won't be cheap. But
Wow.
As I always like to say, you get what you pay for,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so why are all your bridges made from aluminum? And can they be powder coated? That I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you covered that the powder coating, but why are they all aluminum?
I like aluminum. Aluminum's great. Okay, I don't like machining aluminum, but fabricating aluminum is great, and aluminum is very tolerant to outdoors. It develops a layer of oxidation and then stops. Okay, so it will oxidize, but once it reaches a certain point, it just stops naturally, and the aluminum won't corrode any further. Unlike steel, steel will oxidize all the way through, and that's the big reason, right? So aluminum is just lower maintenance. It's light and very powerful. It's strong,
Somebody's asking or suggesting that you make deck girder bridges that Garden Metal models used to make.
I'm not familiar with those.
Nice. Those are nice. I haven't figured out a way to do that yet, but I might be working on it. Yeah.
And Kyle was asking how much the Bridgeworks one.
Oh. You're brave, Kyle. All right. Let's go to my website.
Okay.
All right.
So here's our website,
Let me.
and
There we go.
we've got the home page. Most of the stuff that people like is on rail clamps and track accessories. Design line we put in this one section, and then there's Bridgeworks. And Sean and Andrew, if you don't mind, help me remember to talk about custom shop. And
I'll make a note here.
some layout videos, but I'll open up the Bridgeworks piece. There's the prices. A single track 37-inch girder bridge is $944. I'm sorry.
I tell you what, though, there's some work into it. Though you're not just getting,
Yeah, there's a
pulling
lot
out
of
sheet metal.
manufacturing. There's absolutely a lot of manufacturing that goes in it, and it's aluminum. Aluminum costs a lot of money to begin with.
And unfortunately, a lot more than it did even just 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Very true.
We stop at 79 inches. We've got one of these double track 79 inches in stock right now, kind of a scratch and dent deal. But that's a monster, 79 inches.
Wow.
That's 6.5 feet. That's a lot of bridge.
Yeah, that it
Hey,
is.
kidding.
Well, like it says,
So I see you got some videos there. These are all your layout, then, David?
Yes, they are. I don't have a layout down in Florida. It's not, and so it's up here in Georgia. And yeah, would you like to see a little action?
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, all right. So
We love trains.
so do I. Okay, so the first clip I'm going to show you is it's a custom shop piece. It was our very first custom shop piece. What we did was we took a LGB F7 and we did it in seaboard colors. And why do we do that? Okay, I came up through the smaller scales, N scale, HO, and I dabbled in O, Sean. And they've got all these they've got all the road names, and they spoil you with options for multiple road numbers on the diesels and whatever. And the one thing I for G scale, I knew I couldn't make trains, right? But I thought maybe we could bring a little bit of product diversity by having a custom shop. So this paint scheme, you have it in all the smaller scales, but it's not done in G scale. I mean, we do it on a per order custom basis, and here's what it looks like.
Ooh, that was pretty nice looking.
Thank you.
Yeah, that it is.
Thank you. You want to see another custom one?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do we got?
Okay. You just get a little glimpse of it. I had nothing to do with this. This was all Dave Bennett's work, traininstallations.com. Dave's very talented, and his entire team, they're very talented. So here's a central of Georgia, something you see in the smaller scales but don't see in G scale.
Oh, wow. Definitely.
Thank you, guys. You see, I mixed in some other cars because I like long trains.
Yeah, but that looks good.
Oh, and coming the other way is Atlantic Coastline. There's a custom piece in here, or two.
Oh, wow.
That's a custom piece, that refrigerated car.
I'm looking at your truck. Are you running code 250, David?
Yes. Logos
Okay.
Creek 250. Oh, and here's something else I want to show you guys.
Okay.
You see these safety rails on the bridge?
Yeah, I was just looking at those.
So that's a split jaw thing. We're not offering those for sale yet, but what we did, or what we did for my layout, is I was really crazy about those safety rails, right? And I was used to them in the smaller scales. So we figured out a way to do that for code 250, and it's Logos Creek code 250, but it could be the other brand, Sunset as well. No problem. They both fit. And then on the inside, we use a slightly smaller size. We use code 215. And what the ties do is there's just special ties, and we're going to start offering these for sale by the summer. And you just mix in, as you build your track, you mix in some of the custom ties, our custom ties with the factory, and it's enough to hold the rail in place.
Wow.
Thank you. Just trying to bring some of the things that you have available in smaller scales to the G scale world.
Now, is looking at your layout, is that all? I'm guessing PVC is what you used.
Yeah. It's all it's recycled PVC.
Even better.
Well, it looks good, but it's got some disadvantages. I'm going to stop my sharing here.
Yeah.
Have I stopped?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I like the recycled PVC. It's a little less expensive than virgin PVC, and it came in black, smooth, and that's what I wanted, right? Because I wanted the whole thing to. If you haven't noticed, I'm a bridge freak, so I wanted the whole thing to look like a bridge. And so I didn't want wood grain. I wanted it to be flat and smooth. Well, here's the problem with recycled PVC. Since it's recycled, it's not as dimensionally stable as virgin PVC. And so in the heat, does this. Remember that photo I showed you with the track all crinkly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get the picture.
Yeah. Vernon Guest is asking, will those custom items be in code 332 with code 215 on the inside? 250
inside or
yeah.
He meant 215. I see.
The question. Okay, Vernon's asking if it's 332 on the outside and 215 on the inside.
Yes.
Depends on the brand of the 215 rail. Vernon, get in touch with me because we've made some prototypes, and I'll be happy to get you some to play with.
There you go. With the PVC, how close do you have to put it spacers for support?
That is a very good question because I had to learn that as we go. So here's what I figured out. So you're putting together. Let's say you're putting together a 6 foot long. My arms aren't 6 foot. But let's say you're putting together a 6 foot long you're building a 6-foot long piece of flex track. You start from the middle, you start from the center, and you go out. Okay, so the way I built the pieces was I would put 4 or 5 in a row of the split jaw sleepers or ties, whatever you want to call them. I'd put them in the center, and then that gave you a good stable. You put all 4 rails in. And then you build going out. And then from that point, you can slide in like 4 or 5 of just the regular 2-rail sleepers. And then you put in 2 or 3 of the split jaw ones. And since the safety rails don't have to carry the trains, I mean, they're still very stable, but they don't have to be in every single tie. It would be wasteful. I hope that answers.
Yeah. I see another question. I already know the answer to it, but I'll throw it up there. Is Manimal 22 is asking where the after pictures are after installing expansion joints on your layout.
That's not fair.
But it's a testament to the type of person you are.
I'm gonna confess something here. So I have code 250, and those code 250 expansion joints have been selling really fast, and I haven't put them on my own layout yet. I haven't had enough extra stock. I hope to do it next month, Manimal.
I mean, people want the product. You got to get it out to them. I understand.
Yeah,
exactly.
Those 3D printers are like watching grass grow. They're really slow.
What is your relationship, if any, with Bridgeworks transformers?
Just friends. Nothing. We have no connection at all, business-wise, with them. We're separate companies. The name of the Bridgework bridges comes from a common origin, but we're not the same company at all. But I have a lot of respect for Mark, and I love his products. I use them, and Mark's going to start including the Luxzilla power clamps soon with his larger transformers. He told me.
Oh, okay.
And Dennis is asking, will you be in Denver for the convention?
I'm looking forward to it.
National
There you go.
Early Convention. That's what are the dates on that?
I don't quite remember.
I was just looking at the website earlier today. Let's see. That is June 19th to the 25th in Denver, Colorado.
All right.
It's the 37th. Wow, we've had that many national conventions already. And you're going to be there, right, David?
Yes. Yeah, we'll have a big display. Obviously the split jaw rail clamps don't take up much space, but our display will be focused on our bridge products mostly.
Okay.
Maybe custom shop depends on what we have in stock at the time.
And Happy Valley Hobbies wants to know if you'll be in Amherst.
Not this year, but maybe next year.
Okay.
I'd like to next year. I'd like to do Amherst, East Coast, and the National. That's about all we can handle.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
And I'm looking at the time as we're rolling along.
You need to give something else away.
Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm like prodding you to do it. I just I see the time moving. We don't want to keep you on here all night long.
Yeah.
Ooh, Luxzilla.
So this is going to be a giveaway for the Luxzilla power connectors.
Yes.
And remember, just because it can handle the voltage, don't apply that to your trains, people.
Yeah. 600 volts is good for the real thing.
I think you'd have to break into your circuit panel, your circuit breaker box, to even come close. Yeah.
So I'll throw this up here as we move along here, as we did before.
Okay.
Just put the hashtag rail clamp in there if you'd like to win a pair of Lugzilla power connector clamps.
Yep.
Go ahead.
If you guys want the Lugzilla, hashtag rail clamp. Giving it away. All right, go ahead.
Got another new product here. That these are brand new. This is something that people asked me to make. That when we opened our doors, I had no idea what they're for or why they're needed. So I was educated by customers. But this is a double clamp. Okay, it's
Ooh.
like it's like two split jaw connectors, but all with one common long piece. So, as it was explained to me, these are for the real hard cases where the rail is not lining up, and maybe it's across a long span, or you've got a lot of camber and twist to your rail, which is going to happen. And split jaws are good for handling camber and twist, but if it's really, really, really bad, you use those.
Yeah, I had a spot on my own layout where I needed them.
Or we could give away. That could be the next giveaway.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Sean needs some O gauge ones though, I think.
No,
See, you're out in the cold, Sean. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. When we made these code 250 drop-in lift out clamps, it felt like making jewelry. They're so small.
Yeah, when you held them up side by side when we were looking at them earlier today, I really didn't realize how much smaller the 250 was until you put it next to the 332 ones.
Yeah, we had to come up with different size screws because these are code 330. Oh wait, let me do this. I'm going to change cameras.
Okay.
These are code 332 screws. And see how long they protrude out past. So we had to come up with different screws. So this is a prototype. We put it together with the wrong screws, but yeah, that's how much smaller they are. That's okay. You should see, let me show a picture of where these are being used. This is stunning. Okay. This is, I love bridges, but this man's bridge, he gave me permission. So let me open this up. Let me zoom because I think he's got little grandchildren in there. So I'm going to get them crop them out of the picture. Now I'm going to, what do I do here? I share screen. Can you guys see that?
Let me add it to the screen here.
There you go.
Ooh. Wow.
Is that not crazy?
All right. When are you making that and how much is it going to cost, David? I'm just kidding.
Never and never. No, this is a super talented G gauger, right? He's fabricated this thing, and it's a triple track, totally to scale bascule bridge.
Wow.
And it's motorized.
That's an MTH triple X, it looks like.
Yes, it is. This fellow is a 1 to 32 scale modeler.
It's a nice locomotive.
Yeah, that's talent, huh?
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah.
Talent, dedication.
Yeah. So he on this end where it goes into his house is where he needed the drop-in lift outs, because he said that when the bridge came down, it wasn't lining up. So
I was going to ask you, David, what type of new things do you have coming up for split jaw? Anything you can show us or talk about?
Yeah. Well, I think I've dropped some hints. Okay, that Bridgeworks bridge is coming out in a Pratt truss or Warren truss version. That'll be later this month. And to get product announcements for anything we do, subscribe on our website. And I give our subscribers a couple weeks, at least a couple weeks notice, and I give them the opportunity to order in advance if they want. So there's that. I've got several new design line bridges coming out, including curved bridges.
Ooh.
Yep. So I don't know how this will sell, but my goal is to offer a bridge setup that live steamers could use, for elevated, because they like to run a loop and they like to set up stuff. Or if you just have a stationary layout and you just want a curved bridge that's metal. So we're gonna give that a shot, and hopefully I can display those in Denver.
All right. I got a little tough question for you here. Can we get a sneak peek? Because I heard you're building something new here, but can we get a sneak peek at your new turntable prototype?
Well, you're asking for a lot now, Sean.
Yes.
Yes. Ooh.
All right. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna fiddle with my camera and let's try to make this happen.
Ooh.
How's that, guys? A little bit off center.
That's okay though.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah, I can bring it up to a solo layout to kind of take up the screen there.
Yeah, there we
There we
go.
go.
Okay. Thanks for asking. All right, so Daniel Peck and I collaborated to do this. Daniel's super talented, and he cuts this. He likes to cut heavy gauge aluminum. He's very good at it. He's up there in NASCAR world, and he's surrounded by a lot of talent. So he's learned to do this really well. The turntable has two main components. You got the pit here, and this is a prototype. All we're waiting on is I just decided at the last minute that we should powder coat it. So this is in natural aluminum, and we're going to powder coat it. Then you've got the bridge here, and the bridge just pops out. This is heavy. This is sturdy, guys.
I say, yeah, it sounded a little bit heavy when you picked it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
wow,
problem.
you got everything tucked in underneath.
Yeah, no problem to hold a big die-cast locomotive on here. This is a 36-inch model, but you can see here. Well, you can't because of the camera. Yeah, it's got two motors, and Robbie at RLD Hobbies helped me figure out a way to attach a battery. Just a second. He helped me find a way to attach a battery, but the bridge can be removed, which is something we'll recommend if you're outdoors. You don't want this turntable pit to turn into a swimming pool. You could also cut holes in it and let it drain. But yeah, so it's got a on-off switch here hidden, and it's got a lithium battery. And here's the remote control. This is a Pico remote control. And you just click the up arrow, and off you go. And I don't have a permanent piece of track on there, but there she goes. And then, can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice and smooth.
That's as fast as it goes. It's completely manually driven, just like the real guys. There's no indexing, and you just got to get used to driving it. That's
Yeah,
full
it seems like it jogs nice and smooth though. That shouldn't be too hard to line up.
I don't know if you can see. I've got a couple of paper clips here for target practice or driving practice, and that's just to line it up. Let's see how close I can get. It's not hard at all to just slow down, slow down, slow down, and stop. I overshot it a little bit. If you overshoot it, just come back. Just come back slow, and boom. It's lined up.
Very nice.
So it doesn't have, thank you. It doesn't have powered rails, but we think that just using some of the split jaw parts like, the light duty power clamps and so forth, it wouldn't be hard to, if you need track power, it wouldn't be that hard to just jump it when you need it. But yeah, we just wanted something that's durable, something that will hold up, no plastic.
Yeah, I don't think you have to really worry about anything happening with that. That's made to last.
Thanks. Hopefully start selling those. Let's see, this is end of January, so end of February, mid-March timeframe.
Oh, okay.
And you were operating that with a Pico or Pico system?
Yeah, it's wireless, and the Pico just basically turns on the power to the motors, and the lithium battery holds a charge. I mean, it doesn't run nonstop, so it lasts forever. I think I haven't charged that battery in like 6 weeks.
Wow. And Joseph was asking, is it designed to allow multiple types of control systems or just the one?
We're just going to offer the one, but if you got the talent and ability, you could easily make it your own. I don't know.
John was asking if it was going to be polarized.
No.
Polarized? Oh, I think I know what he means.
Yeah, I know what he means. He's thinking something that's fully electric, and no, that's not us. So I wanted to keep it simple. So,
and Joseph has a suggestion for you. Rail Pro is taking over to a lot of G-Skill. People are going Rail Pro. It seems to be very popular. So he was wondering, maybe you could actually set it up for Rail Pro as well.
Easily. You just put the Rail Pro receiver just like you would in an engine. You just put the Rail Pro receiver in the circuit in between the switch and the motors. It's very easy. It's been done.
Okay.
Nice.
And what size turntables are you offering? Different sizes or?
Well, we built 36 inches for the prototype. We built 3 of those just to get experience, and we plan on going up to 48 inches in production.
Okay. I see Daniel Peck's going big or going home. He's going to have 2 turntables on his layout.
Hey, why just have one, Daniel? When you and his are probably both 60 inches.
Wow.
Good grief.
Daniel loves this. He likes big steam.
As far as control systems, Daniel was saying that his uses AirWire 01 and 02 for the 2 of them.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I see John commented here as far as like power for it. He was talking about a sliding clamp for the turntable where you could, I guess, slide it onto the rail for the power connection once you index it, I guess.
That's exactly what I have in mind. You could put, for example, like the Lugzillas on both ends of the bridge and get it into position and just jump it. Just put a little clamps there and just drive it. It's not hands-free or remote control, but it's going to be foolproof, and it'll never short circuit. And
yeah, it looks like we were wrong on the 16-inch turntables. Daniel says 48 and 40.
I didn't say 60. I said Daniel. Oh, Daniel says no. You don't have 60.
Now we're disappointed. We want to see a 60-inch one under Daniel. You need to have a third turntable.
Yeah, forget what I said.
I was going to say, let me take a look at the giveaway thing here. Looks like we got a few entries in there. I'll pop that up so we can run through that. And this is for, remind me again, this is the Lugzilla clamps?
Lugzilla.
Right?
The third one is for Lugzilla.
Okay. So let's see who gets some Lugzilla clamps. Let's see. Let me switch this around the right way. There we go. All right.
Lugzilla sounds like an off-road mud tire.
Nico hasn't won yet tonight.
No, he hasn't. Oh,
looks like Michael will. Is that anyone you know, David?
No. I'm
all right.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, shoot David an email, david@railclamp.com with your info on that, and he'll get you a set of Lugzilla clamps.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. Well, are there any other questions? Questions about the custom shop or layout videos? Or
oh yeah, Kyle Kuiper a while ago and was asking, do you do in general custom paint jobs? Like besides the Seaboard, do you do custom paint work?
Like is the custom stuff like just for yourself, or do you actually, can people come to you and ask to have custom stuff done?
I don't. I try to compete as little as possible with other people in the G-scale industry. So
I can understand that.
No, I don't. I don't do custom work for others at all. What we do is just kind of do what we feel like. Feel like there's a gap, or I'm here in the southeastern U.S., and so I like Atlantic coastline and seaboard, and but I'm not saying that we will never do anything else. But the other thing about custom shop too is to try to collect some rare things, some things that are just maybe one-offs or out of production.
Okay.
So it's not just custom painted things.
I do recall seeing another question in the chat here somewhere, and I believe they were asking if you had a price range on the turntable, like what that was going to cost.
Can I just direct those nice people to my website, to the website?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Railclamp.com.
Yeah. Let's see. I had the banner. Here we go. You go to railclamp.com. David has all that info on there. Let's see here. Oh, there was something I was going to ask you, and I'm trying to remember what it was now.
Do you create custom length bridges? Let's say I don't see anything on your website. That's the length that I want. And can I call you up and say, hey, I want this length bridge instead?
Not really, Sean. We're just as a manufacturer, we're trying to keep things simple and cost effective, and there are other people who do that. That's not really our deal, but I'm aware that not everyone in the world wants a 48-inch bridge. so we might come up with some different lengths, but it's just going to be standard stuff. We're not that good at doing custom.
Okay, just figured I'd ask because I'm not sure if that question was already asked or not.
No, it's good.
And John says he likes the drawbridges. Do you have a prototype on the hinge side where the track meets?
A prototype?
Yeah.
I think he was actually wanting to see, like, on the other end of the bridge where it comes down. I'm assuming you're just using the the bridge clamps. When it comes down and mates, it drops into bridge clamps. It would be in a piece of fixed track, right?
Yeah.
He wants to see the end where it stands up at when it's open.
Oh, on the hinge side. My bad.
Yeah, he wants to see how the hinge side of the bridge mates to the track. I'm guessing. I mean, like when it comes down, does it how does when the bridge comes down, how does it stay flat with the mating track on the hinge side?
It's in the hinge design. Okay, I've had a lot of people ask that because some people have tried to do it and they found that the rail it's not squared off. Ours, it's the hinge design. The rail doesn't need any special trimming or angles or anything. I can't really show you because my little test piece here doesn't have a piece of track. I mean, see.
Oh, okay.
I ran out of track, so I don't have a piece here.
It seems to be a common problem in this hobby, running out of track.
But
yeah.
It opens like that.
Okay.
Oh, I see. You actually have the hinge joint up further. Now I understand how that's working. Yes, Sean Fields caught that.
Oh yeah. And Kenny was asking, can you join two bridges together to make one long bridge?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got some photos of that. Let me just find them.
All right.
And I also see. Let's see what we have in here. I imagine this is outside of your wheelhouse of things you want to offer, but I see Joseph Lipinski was asking about making working crossing gates.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd love to have some myself, but that seems like something you'd have to make sure you take inside so it wouldn't get destroyed.
Yeah, Joseph. We're more metals people than plastic people. There's a lot of people out there who are really good at injection molding and things like that. That's we're not really set up for that. I mean, I'm with you. It'd be nice, right?
There's a lot of things we all want.
Yeah.
My wife tells me I can't have a lot of them.
Here's I think this is an example of I'm sharing the screen, Andrew.
Oh, sure thing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh,
so,
okay.
I held up one of those bridges earlier in this show with the walkways, and this is a photo of two of them end to end, and of course you could just do as many as you want. I had one customer this summer bought one bridge, and he turned around and brought several more because he liked them.
Several more, huh? Wow.
Yeah, good customer. He's got a beautiful layout out there in Colorado. One of the most gorgeous layouts I've ever seen. Yeah, but there's one example, and let me see if I could show you something. Oh, here's a little side by side. This is fun.
And those are nice looking bridges.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And let's see what else. Well, sorry guys. Now I'm showing you all my junk here. Yeah, here's a couple of Bridgeworks bridges, and that's real money, but it's possible.
Wow.
Yeah. So there.
Very nice.
It's easy to do. Thank you.
Simply amazing.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure Mikey's making a joke because I know him, but he was asking if the bricks were included as well. I know he's joking, but I figured I popped up
Yeah.
there for comedic value.
Hey, Mikey, I see some really nice looking layout in your whatever your little.
I'm
It looks
going
pretty.
to. I'm going to say
Tell him
that
if he'll come pick them up. The bricks are included, but we don't ship.
the layout in the background, I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, is the Cincinnati Garden Railway Society's club layout outside of Entertainment Junction in I can't. It's not Entertainment's not right in Cincinnati. I can't think of the name of the town. It's right outside of there.
Yeah,
But I believe that's what the picture is. It's a nice layout.
yeah, that's really nice.
Oh, yep, I was right. Club layout at Entertainment Junction.
Somebody early, a little bit in the chat was asking if you had any ties in Europe where you were possibly going to sell your product over in the European countries.
Short answer is yes. The short answer is yes. I mean, we're brand new, right? I mean, we haven't been open a year. I'm talking to one, but it's. I mean, the short answer is yes. We'd love to.
Okay, because there's a big, huge G-Skill following out in like Germany and out that way.
Yeah, and a lot of really talented modelers over there. Switzerland.
Yep.
Germany, UK is amazing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of it in UK. Yeah.
Yeah. I like what they do over there. They're really got a certain vibe to their layouts I like very much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like we're getting close to 10:30 here. I know we need to wrap up here real shortly.
Yeah.
Was there anything we were missing?
Giveaway?
Oh.
A double clamp?
Oh man, you're being extra generous tonight, David. Well, if anyone would like to enter to win double clamps, let me restart the giveaway thing here.
All right.
Give me one moment.
Yep.
Let's see. So don't start entering your hashtags yet. You're gonna have to give me a minute, or it'll get missed.
All right. Yeah.
Let's see.
Not
All
yet.
right.
John.
Okay, so starting now, if you want to enter hashtag rail clamp in there,
Yep.
you can win a set of, or enter to win a set of double clamps. Let's see. Where's it? There we go. All right. Yep. Oh, wow. People are already pouring them in there.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice clamp, and like you said, it definitely fixes that area that's a thorn in your side that's always twisting and stuff. And,
Yeah, I never really, when you first held them up and you showed the double clamps, I was trying to fathom what I would need double clamps for, but after you explained it, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I think I know a couple of places where I could actually use some double clamps on my layout.
Yeah. I know there was a spot on mine. It had such a twist and a turn on it that those double clamps was the only thing that would straighten it out.
Did you have anything else you wanted to show us yet at the moment, David? Or have we hit everything?
I mean, how about one last layout video? And
sure.
You guys have been great. I've been big fans. I've watched both your videos for hours and hours and hours on end. And,
thanks.
You guys helped teach me about G-Skill, so thank you.
No problem.
I wasn't sure when I reached out to you if you'd be like, "Who are these clowns?" I can a couple of clowns.
Kyle wants to know if you'll be at the East Coast ReRailers Train Show.
Probably not. It's I just learned about it today, and I think it's beginning of April. I think I'm committed.
Yeah, I think the dates for that actually just got posted a couple of days ago, if I'm not mistaken, officially.
Tell them next year we really want to do it. In 2023, we really would like to do it.
Looks like you have a video request. John would like to see the one with the daylight.
All right.
Yes, sir. We're happy to do it. Let's here. I need to share. right? I do the share.
Yep.
And there we go. All right, it's all teed up. Here we go.
And I'm assuming that's an MTH.
Yes.
Very nice.
Thank you. I got lucky that day. It was cold and the sun was just right.
Now, are you running that conventionally or are you using DCS?
Sean, I am Mr. Simple. Just DC.
Okay.
And my layout is a double track main, and they each have a passing siding. That's it. Simple. No grades.
Now, John that requested the video, if he offers to teach you how to make your locomotive roll over, David, just don't take him up on that offer.
There's one more I'd like to show because I'm an
Sure.
Atlantic coastline nut.
Yeah.
Do we have time?
Absolutely. If you got
Okay.
time, we have time.
All right. All right. The cool thing about this layout is I've got some Aristo-craft E8s, and when they come right to the camera, this is their first lap. I just turned them on. The smoke units warm up and turn on right in front of the camera. So watch this. Wait. It didn't go full screen, but okay. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that?
Yeah, the later generation smoke units that Aristo put out seemed to work really well. I believe those were the fan-driven ones.
Yeah.
Those are customized Aristo-craft cars.
I was going to say, I didn't think I had seen those before. Like, I mean, as far as in their product offerings for that.
No, just real simple. Just paint that little stripe purple, and Jeff Damhurst made those decals for me. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And I was gonna let the giveaway thing go for another moment, and I was gonna pop up. I had a couple of shows that I had flyers sent to me for that are coming up real quick, just to kind of give them some publicity on that.
Go for it.
Let's see here. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna have to stop and then start again. Let's see. Stop.
I think you guys have an announcement to make.
Oh yeah, we do. Now that you said that, gee, I feel terrible for it slipping my mind until you mentioned it.
You help me out.
It's just been an exciting night.
Thank you.
Sean, what are we on now, Sean? Like live stream 24 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, we're somewhere up there. We've been doing it for a while, and we have a little bit of cost that goes with doing it. And we didn't ask David. He actually offered, and we're excited to announce that David and Splitjaw Products is actually going to be our official sponsor for large scale Consolidated Live moving forward. So, it'll a little bit of cost that we have that for our web hosting and our streaming, and that David's going to cover that for us for sponsorship. So we really, really appreciate that, and thank you, David.
You're welcome. A big fans. What you guys do for the hobby is super important. Thank you.
And we also thank you for saving a product. We've lost so much in the G world, the G scale, that we thank you for saving a product and making it better and bringing it back.
Thank you.
So starting the show after this one, you'll start seeing a clip for Splitjaw Products showing up at the beginning of our our streams and our, appreciation for David sponsoring us. And as Sean said, yeah, thank you for resurrecting Split Jaw, because it holds my layout together. I'll say that. I tried doing it with the rail joiners with the screws, which work, but the clamps, I put them on, clamp it up, and I'm good to go. So let's see here. I was going to look for. There we go. So the first flyer that I got, this is up towards where I'm at. This is in Warren, Ohio. What do we got? Northeast Ohio National Large Scale Train Show. It's the second annual. I attended the one they did last year, and I don't think there was an empty table in there, and it was nothing but G scale.
Wow.
So if you're around Warren, Ohio area, or you want to travel to the area, they're doing it. Last year was a 1-day show. This is actually going to be Saturday and Sunday. I mean, if you couldn't find something to buy at the show last year, you just really weren't trying. I mean, I went to buy nothing, and I think I walked out with like 6 USA hoppers that, I really, really needed. So you can check out more on their stuff if you go to riversiderr.org. But as we go along with our shows, I'll bring this up again on each one of our shows just to remind people. And then the other flyer I have is going to be coming up. This will be in March. The Cincinnati Garden Railway Society. They hold a G-scale only swap meet. I think they do these twice a year, if I'm not mistaken. I have yet, shame on me, I have yet to go to one of these. Maybe this will be the first time I go. But I've heard nothing but good things about this show when they do it. And what's nice is it's at Entertainment Junction. And while you're there, you can go inside and check it out. That Entertainment's a very unique place to visit if you want to see one of the larger indoor G-scale displays. And again, I'll pop that up again in the next few shows as we get closer to that to remind people. And did we have anything else, Sean, as far as shows?
Yeah. Let me see if I can share here.
I see Joseph Lipinski says the biggest show East Coast Amherst show is next weekend in Springfield, Mass. And New Hampshire Garden Railway Society will be there. Oh, let's see what you got there, Sean.
All right. So as people already seen the announcement for the East Coast Large Scale Train Show, it's going to be held back at Annapolis, Maryland on April 1st and 2nd. It will not be held in Timonium. So it's being held basically right next to Star Hobby in Annapolis, Maryland. I have been in contact with Star Hobby. Don at Star Hobby. I do see him at train shows when I do attend them. I just couldn't say much until he was able to get more positive dates. But, so that's where it's going to be held at, is Annapolis and not Timonium.
Okay. And then I guess, well, let's see. We mentioned about the convention coming up as well.
Yes.
Let's see. I think I have something I can share for that real quick. Not to drag this out. I know we don't want to keep you too much longer here, David.
I'm good.
So that's the website, ngrc2022.org. Will be for the National Garden Railway Convention, where, of course, you'll be able to meet David in person if you attend. And it looks like, June 19th to the 25th 5th will be the dates for the convention. Let's see. So let's see what we got going on with the giveaway tool here, because I'm sure people are anxiously awaiting.
Yes.
I see Zachary Riggins in our chat. I know he belongs to the Cincinnati club, and as he says, the shows are always excellent there. So let's see. Well, gotta switch this around here a minute. Let's see. Share. And there we go. All right. If it wants to share. Huh. Come on. Now my browser's wanting to play around with me here now. Don't be freaking out. We're almost there. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm hitting share and I'm getting the circle of death on my end here.
I do want to answer Canadian Railroad's question. He asked if we would be doing a weekly show.
Oh, Large Scale Consolidated Live will be doing a weekly show. As much as I would like to do that, it takes a little bit of work for us to do the shows, and even at every 2 weeks, it's still a decent amount of work for us to put the shows together. So as much as I'd like to do it every week, it's really not feasible for me. And I apologize here, but I might have to drop out of the stream for like 2 seconds and come back in, because for some reason my browser's wanting to freeze up on this end for 1 second. So give me 1 second, guys. I apologize.
All right, no problem.
Sean, I see how much work you guys do behind the scenes leading up to each show, and I completely understand why, even 2 weeks, every 2 weeks is a big commitment, and what you guys do is great for the hobby. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, it is a lot of work to do something like this, and to dedicate weekly, between family and work. And I'm a diesel technician, so that would be like almost impossible, because sometimes I'm up late at night just trying to get trucks going down the road again. So, I would love to be retired, and this would be something I do, just focus on, but it's not. So,
yeah.
But it's always been something I liked doing. I always liked going to train shows, and so is Andrew, and we focus on, showing different clubs and vendors and stuff like that.
That's interesting. Now I'm in here twice.
Yeah, how'd you do that?
Very good question. And unfortunately, when I had to drop out, it cleared out my giveaway tool. For Pete's sake. So I know you need to go here, David. Can we give it another couple minutes for people to drop the hashtag in there? I apologize, everybody.
You don't want to disappoint.
I blame Google Chrome for my problems, not the cat, Sean. Not the cat.
No, my luck is holding out. My crocodile hasn't run off the roller stands yet.
Oh, actually, it looks like it didn't clear the entries out. So I don't blame Google Chrome. I thank Google Chrome for not clearing my entries out. So, all right, let's see if I could share this now without any further problems. That's the first time I've had a lockup like that when I went to share something before. Let's see. Let's try this. Tab. Okay.
MrPictovid in stereo.
In stereo, yeah. Okay, so this is for the what are we calling it? The double length rail clamp, David?
It's called a double clamp.
Double clamp? All right. Let's see who gets the double clamp.
Nico got robbed again.
Nico. But you know, he can't have it all. He has the good looks already. All right. So who is our winner here, Sean? I am not sure how to pronounce the last name.
I'm gonna wreck it myself. I couldn't even begin to understand how to say that.
I'm going to say B. Luch, maybe. If I'm saying that wrong, I probably am. I apologize. But just shoot David an email, david@railclamp.com, and he'll get you out a set of the the double length rail clamps.
Joseph said that he heard the mouse click when Nico's name popped up real slow.
So, good grief.
I've heard from the winner of the Lugzilla, the first giveaway, and I've heard from the winner of the drop-in lift-out. So I haven't heard yet from the winner of the driver.
Was the first one someone you knew?
First one.
Was the first one someone that you knew, or was that the second one, David?
It was someone I knew. It was
from Georgia, right? From the
yeah.
It was Emil.
Yeah,
it was Emil. He probably went to bed. I'll just write his name on it.
There you go.
All right. Thanks for helping me remember, Andrew.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all.
He just popped up in the chat. Email Decker.
Yep.
He said, "I'll catch you later."
Yeah,
All right.
Look at that. What is that?
I think it's a cat. I guess you would call that a cool cat, maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, guys, it's been a lot of fun. Let's do this again.
Sure.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, David, for coming and hanging out with us tonight and doing the giveaways and showing us everything that you have going on. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for listening and for being interested. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
Our next show, of course, is 2 weeks. As you see at the bottom, largescaletrains.com. If you want to go there to, I don't think I have it updated yet on the site who the guest is, but our guest is going to be Jed Hacker from the Columbus Garden Railway Society, and I'll get some updates and details on what we're going to be doing and talking about with Jed. But I say that's our show for tonight. If you could, David, hang around for like 1 second after we end the stream, if you could.
Absolutely.
But, thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe.